make a communist society.
I like to I like to I like to love you every day.
Alright, so welcome to one of my favorite city management games. It's called City Skylines, or otherwise Hell on Earth, as these people are soon going to know it as. So I already got a basic grid set up here. It's pretty cool. I'm pumping water over here. It's not connected, is it? Yeah, it looks like they're not going to have water for a bit, but that's cool. They don't need water. And I am dumping all the sewage into this little lake over here, so that should work out well. Alright, so I should be hopefully turning a profit soon with these dope factories, and once I do that, I should start to make some money, and then I can start replacing these highways with toll booths, because, well, you ain't getting free roads, alright? That's just too much to be asking for. Okay, so it looks like I might have... Or are these houses full? Yeah, they're pretty much full. I might have zoned a little too much of stores. Let's get rid of some of that capitalist crap and put in some more housing and government-owned factories. Actually, the factories are filling up pretty fast. They're good. They're good. Alright, so I'm starting to turn profit, and I think we should... Oh, what? Dude, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding? This game is broken. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to build up on this capitalist system for a bit. Oh, more factories. I could do that. So I think the way I want this to work is that, like, the higher the stage, the better it is, but the higher the toll booths are gonna be. So, like, in the front, you're gonna have, like, all the offices and crap like that. And then in the back, like, stage 6 or something, that's where all the factories are gonna be. So that's gonna be a lot of moving, but I think it should work. And I'm surprisingly getting a decent amount of traffic to the area. You know, since it's surprising since I'm openly making this a communist society. Alright, so it appears that the industrial sector is pretty much catching fire. Which shouldn't be a problem, but the fire... They're heading the wrong way. Where are you going? Guys, really, the entirety of the industrial sector is on fire. Oh, there's a crime problem too. Who is stealing from some random silo? Are you stealing just grain? You're gonna make some bread with that? Alright, so I'm starting to see some people complain about these taxes. I just don't see the issue here. I really don't understand what goes through people's minds sometimes. I'll give them a bit of a tax break. There, let's see if that pleases them. Yeah, they look fine. Alright, so I was forced to lower my taxes down to only 14%, and the fire's still going on. Everyone's complaining about trash, and no one's wanting to move in with all this open land, so overall it's kind of going how I expected it. Alright, so this is day 4, the fire's still going on, and it appears that the silo is no longer having crime issues in the middle of a fire, as, well, it burnt down. I think I'm just gonna start to demolish crap and hope it all burns down. That should work. Can't spread if you got nothing to burn. Alright, this is day 7, and I believe the fire is finally starting to calm down, so that's pretty good. I've also placed down a police department, but everyone's still breaking the law, so I think it's about high time I start launching these nukes. Day 10, and the fire has finally started to calm down, but I don't know if it's going to stay that way because, well, this is still on fire, and the fire department seems to not care. Alright, so it looks like the fire has simply moved over to the other half of the city. Why the hell do they have 3 helicopters now? Where are you getting these helicopters from? Why is this in the city budget? Okay, so it looks like the city is beginning to have problems expanding as well, no one's moving in. So I don't really know what to do. My current thought is maybe I can entice some people in with some oil, and I need this oil anyways because communism doesn't work properly without oil around. So I think I might just do that. Alright, so I can't really finish this building project because I'm not making a ton of money. And I don't really know why people are moving in. I've kind of pulled out all the loans I can. Like, I'm putting a lot of work into electricity. And the taxes are perfectly fine. So it looks like a lot of these people are complaining about a lack of education. And parks, apparently. Alright, so I did manage to entice some people in, but it appears that they're now leaving rather fast. All power has shut down, and Pollution Lake has completely shut down, and we're in debt. So, I don't really know what to do. Alright, so I actually did just manage to get a bailout. So I'm gonna place down another wind turbine with that. Which should solve that should solve a lot of the problems. I was unfortunately forced to lower taxes down to 9%, but we should be able to make up with it with toll booths once we get the money, and we're in the positives now. People are complaining about what are you complaining about? Citizens are sick. Why are you sick? Alright, so I'm actually gonna dezone all this industrial over here, because we have plenty over here to be worked. So I should just be forcing a lot of people to move their industrial up there. And I'm gonna replace a lot of this with residential. So let's hope they don't mind the pollution. Alright, but I have noticed that the frequent fires in the industrial sector are probably only gonna get worse because they're actually further away. From the fire station. But it should be fine because I believe that somehow they're fitting 3 helicopters in there, so I think it should be good. Looks like people are complaining about education, but I think that would actually be the worst thing I can do. I might give them a library. I feel it was communist propaganda. That could actually work. Alright, so with all these people complaining about education, I have finally broken and decided to give them a library. This should be all the education they need to work in the factories. Alright, so I finally switched all this to oil as I reached proper populate. Alright, so I'm finally switching this over to oil as I've reached proper populate. Alright, so I'm finally switching this over to oil as I finally reached a proper. Okay, so I'm finally switching this to oil as I finally. Okay, so I'm switching this to oil as I finally reached proper population. Proper population. Okay. Alright, so I'm finally switching all this to oil as I finally reached a proper population. And looks like we are starting to get some oil built up, so that's cool. Alright, so I didn't really know how much of a good idea it is to have 100% of my industrial be based off of oil. But so far, it doesn't really look like it's working out too well. Yeah, so it looks like we actually kind of killed our industry. So I'm going to start to rezone this over here to be generic industry and leave this part over here as standard. And maybe we can start to have the generic, or the oil consumed generic.